It's a bloody marvelous time to be alive. An age of invention. So many clever blokes dreaming up impossible machines. Sorting away more gold than Queen Victoria herself.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're counting down our picks for the 10 best games that offer smaller yet endlessly enjoyable open worlds to explore and engage with.
You think Gotham's bad under Joker? Wait till Penguin's done with it. Penguin's an animal.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor.
Can the curse be broken?
Destroy the Black Hand and his followers and claim Mordor.
How do I do this?
Shadow of Mordor's open world is a great example of one that is overall quite small, but is deeply immersive and engaging with a strong lived-in sense. Of course, much of this comes from the game's touted nemesis system, whereby any Uruk that Talion and Celebrimbor take on in battle could eventually rise the ranks or be replaced altogether, ensuring they are much, much tougher in future encounters. Add to that some excellent parkour and traversal abilities, plenty of verticality, dual character play and progression with both Talion and Celebrimbor, and a fantastic story, and what you get is a small open world game brimming with possibilities. Mafia II.
Promise that you won't get in any more trouble.
It's a high-risk business. If you don't like it, you can always go break your back working for peanuts down at the dock.
The Mafia games generally thrive off the idea that less is more, at least when it comes to their open worlds. 2010's Mafia II, as well as its less praised remastered definitive edition from 2020, offer up a cinematic, small open world to explore in the form of Empire Bay. While, yes, much of Empire Bay is just set dressing, it feels perfectly era-suited, sinking its 1940s/50s mafioso hooks into you right from the get-go, as you drive, shoot, and brawl your way through this top-tier story.
Gentlemen, this is Vito Scaletta.
Vito, my boy's home.
Tell me what's going on here, Frankie.
Papa borrowed money.
Vito Scarletta is an excellent Mafia protagonist, one who, as you probably guessed, gets wrapped up in Empire Bay's seedy and gritty Mafia Syndicate once he returns home from war. Mafia II is a tense, action-packed, thought-provoking, and emotional game with one heck of an awesome world to explore and complete missions in.
Here we go.
Infamous Second Son. While certainly not quite up there with the likes of PS3's Infamous, Infamous 2, and especially standalone experience Infamous Festival of Blood, Second Son still manages to capture that over-the-top, super-powered character action game goodness, all set in a gorgeously created near-future version of Seattle. Stepping into the shoes of Delsin Rowe, you are off on an emotionally charged adventure against the Department of Unified Protection. While the story is certainly a highlight here, Second Son truly comes into its own with Delsin's host of superpowers and souped-up traversal abilities, making him a true force to be reckoned with. Exploring every inch, nook, and cranny of this fictional version of Seattle is an absolute blast from top to bottom, as Delsin uses his conduit powers in tandem with fun parkour elements. Sleeping Dogs.
This is your last chance to come in clean.
What's he gonna do? Arrest me? Call me a rogue cop? I don't know what he'll do. I am doing what needs to be done.
Poor Sleeping Dogs, it never really gets the love and recognition it deserves, even though it's easily one of the best open world games, full stop. A lot of this, of course, comes down to the small yet utterly intoxicating and thoroughly vibrant and lived-in cityscape setting, Hong Kong to be specific. A game all about infiltrating the powerful and nefarious Sun On Yee triad organization, you play as undercover cop Wei Shen, an intense yet sympathetic protagonist who is as good with his fists, thanks to his martial arts prowess, as he is with his charismatic words.
We're cops. You're a cop. I'm an undercover cop. The rules are different.
As you traipse through the neon-drenched Hong Kong locale, you always have something fun to do. From great missions, to solid, brutal, weighty combat encounters, to investing XP into Wei Shen, and more, Sleeping Dogs will be a game you keep in your library for the long haul.
I'm in.
Find a way to make him trust you. We want the Red Poles, the lieutenants, all of them.
Do whatever it takes.
A short hike. This indie darling perfectly encapsulates tiny open world goodness and cozy charm, a game dripping with care, creativity, and playfulness. You see, in a short hike, you play as cute and adorable Claire, a friendly anthropomorphic bird who just wants to make it to the mountain summit of Hawk Peak Provincial Park to gain cell phone reception in order to make an important call. This mountainous park is a fantastic open world playground for Claire as she meets quirky characters, engages with fun minigames, and gathers feathers in order to obtain more stamina to climb and fly even higher and further. While a very short game overall, every minute here is both outstanding and rewarding, ensuring you have a big ol' smile plastered on your face the whole time. Also, for a super similar, small yet playful open world experience that is also bursting at the seams with whimsy and charm is Lil Gator Game. So yeah, just go out and play these games, you definitely won't regret it. Vampyr.
We stand upon the precipice. What prevails in the end, I wonder? The desire for blood, or to be of service to man?
We really do need more vampire-focused games in general, since their dark, moody, and gothic vibes create a perfectly cozy game for those of us with a penchant for all things mystical, mythological, and supernatural. Enter Vampyr, a top-notch open-world action RPG from storytelling masters Don't Nod. This 2018 AA gem deserves your time and attention because of its excellent narrative, strong characters, crafty and intricate dialogue system, and its dang derelict, creepy, and fog-laden Victorian London locale.
Overnight, my world has changed. The gnawing hunger inside me.
Vampyr is all about Dr. Jonathan Reed, a blood transfusion specialist who just so happens to find himself turned into a creature of the night. His internal battle with his lust for blood as a vampire and his ideals as a doctor with his Hippocratic oath makes for a compelling character-driven adventure. As you traverse through this small open world, you will be met with friend and foe alike, with plenty of Victorian horrors awaiting you should you venture out into the darkness.
My life has become a waking nightmare. I did not choose the thing I've become.
South Park: The Stick of Truth.
So, you are the new kid. Your coming was foretold by Coldwell Banker.
It's hard to know if fans of South Park were actually hoping for much with the Stick of Truth before release, let alone a solid open-world RPG. However, Obsidian did a stellar job with this game, one that retains the offbeat, lewd, and crude humor of the titular show, while infusing intricate RPG elements, great abilities and weapons, engaging turn-based battles, and plenty of shenanigans along the way. There's a lot of it.
Let us delve their dungeon with swords and sorcery!
Let us charge our shields and use photon torpedoes to vaporize the Klingons!
The explorable South Park town is a treat to explore here, especially for fans of the show. There's just always someone to chat to, somewhere to go, or something to battle. It should come as no surprise that Stick of Truth is a great RPG given Obsidian's pedigree. However, a balance was perfectly struck here, melding great gameplay with solid attention to detail when it comes to the eponymous source material.
We need a savior who can undo that which has been did. I'll do it.
Yakuza Zero. Okay, so we could probably mention any Yakuza game here, given pretty much all of them have enjoyable small open worlds, but for our money, 2015's Yakuza Zero really stands out as one of the best. Yakuza Zero's locations are set in and around fictionalized versions of Tokyo, namely Kamurocho and Sotenbori. These two locales might be small compared to other open world games out there, but boy oh boy, do they provide oodles upon oodles and even more oodles of fun activities for Kazuma Kiryu and Goro Majima to engage with. The Yakuza games have always been known for their bonkers over-the-top madcaps, and Yakuza Zero is really no different here. From chatting with quirky locals, to taking on plentiful central and side missions, to heck, even playing some Sega arcade games, to pummeling goons with varied fighting styles, to leveling up Kazuma and Goro, to dining at restaurants, Yakuza Zero's open world is a staggering buffet of fun times. Batman Arkham City.
We are the future of Gotham!
If you solve the room ahead, you save them. If you don't, then they die.
Rocksteady had a tough job ahead of them in order to follow up on the excellent Arkham Asylum. However, they completely knocked it out of the park with Arkham City, building upon the top-notch foundations of its predecessor while crafting an established, immersive, and utterly lived-in open-world version of Arkham City. Okay, so there may have been way too many Riddler challenges / trophies, well over 400 of them, to hoover up for completionists, but hey, it did at least ensure players explored every single nook and cranny of the titular city.
You become what you've always fought against, and I will stop you.
I have powerful friends, Batman.
Batman's escapades in Arkham City are marked by brilliant highs in terms of his traversal abilities, enhanced brutal fisticuff combat, captivating character and villain moments, and a deeply moody vibe. It's a gloriously enjoyable game world to immerse yourself in, especially if you consider yourself a fan of The Dark Knight.
So, you know my name. Good. Because I know everything about you.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Look at what Starrick has done to the city.
We will free London from Starrick.
We take over Starrick's gangs, we cripple his control.
We welcome all who would stand up to Starrick and his cutthroats.
Before Ubisoft went hog wild creating gargantuan, overwhelming open worlds with the likes of Odyssey and Valhalla, we had Assassin's Creed Syndicate, one of the best AC games that barely anyone talks about. This is a real shame because it's one heck of a solid game all around. Syndicate sees you play as the Fry twins, Evie and Jacob, as they traverse and parkour around a fantastic rendition of Victorian London. This version of London feels quaint, refined, and easily explorable, especially when compared to later AC games. Each district of London feels different, which makes the game world truly feel alive and vibrant, all rooted in the Victorian era.
What have we here?
Crawford Starrick's full organization, 7 henchmen, each controlling the pillars of London society.
Evie and Jacob are top-tier protagonists who not only offer different gameplay experiences, weapons, and abilities, but also narrative arcs and unique storytelling devices. Syndicate is a solid game and needs to be experienced by both Assassin's Creed fans and just fans of open-world games in general.
Once more for old time's sake?
And then we're finished.
Agreed.
Have fun.
So, do you agree with our picks for this list? Sometimes a smaller, condensed open world provides more overall fun and engaging gameplay than massive open worlds that can sometimes just oftentimes feel sparse or empty. Which smaller open worlds do you enjoy in gaming? Be sure to let us know down in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video from MojoPlays. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on our top-notch daily gaming videos.